Welcome back, 10,000 Takes, Wally and Eric. And this NFL season has not been a great start for your Minnesota Vikings, but one guy who's going to help break it down for us, Warren Moon, the former Minnesota Vikings quarterback.
These are games that they won last year. And I think they won something like, 13 games last year? And
King of broadcast for the Boys State Hockey Tournament, Lou Nanne. Louis, 60 years of doing this state tournament. What's the first thing that goes through your mind when you think about the Boys State Hockey Tournament?
How fast 6 years has gone by. It's just amazing to me.
And Mark Laurie and Alex Rodriguez, the new owners, they're going to want a new playpen. Where do you land on funding for a Timberwolves arena?
Well, yeah, and I was mentioning to Wally, like we talked about the weather's getting cold, and as your governor, the first thing I thought is good. No one will fall through, Red Lake. That's a good thing. So you have a different perception. So the Wolves are winning. Target Center's aging. We know the proposal on XL.
And joining us now is that person, Dakota Lindworm, from living in Hopkins now, went to St. Francis High School. Dakota, you took third in the U.S. Olympic trials to get to this point. Give me a sense of what was going through your mind when you got that, when you finished third and realized you were an Olympian.
I think at the finish line, you can see me just like the last few steps. I go, what? Like, I couldn't believe that this was my life and that my dreams were coming true in that moment.
He's not as good as he's going to get. He's not as strong as he's going to be. He probably won't reach his peak strength until 26, 27, when his body matures. Remember, your body is still mature. At age 25, your brain is still developing.
The great number 48, former Minnesota Twins outfielder Torrey Hunter, who now makes his home once again in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And Torrey, with all the business goings on you have down in Dallas, are they going to name you like King of Texas, or what's going on?
Oh, no, not at all. Not the King of Texas. Too many kings down here. Jerry Jones is one of them.
The Twins let me go because I didn't open my computer in 5 years.
Oh, boy, that says it all right there.
What's wrong with you, man?
The level of play in the Professional Women's Hockey League, better than you thought, or maybe what you thought? Give me your takes on that.
I mean, it's so fast every single play. I mean, even making the jump from college not too long ago to this level, it definitely is very quick, and every single person out there is top in the world.
I mean, you brought it up in the first segment, the Twins of 1991 are the last team to play for a title.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're convinced yet. And I think there's still some anger that in the offseason, when you had such a fantastic finish, I know you only went to round 2, but you finally got that playoff King Kong off your back.
So that brings me to my Viking question for you. And we haven't seen them do this. Do they keep Kirk Cousins and then draft a quarterback so that this person can, learn under Kirk Cousins, a la what Jordan Love did with Aaron Rodgers? The Vikings have really never done that, not since Tommy Kramer did it under Frank Tarkenton.
Chris Finch is already the second winningest coach in Timberwolves history.
Oh, boy.
Behind Flip Saunders. He's only been around like 3 years. Think about that. It didn't take him long.
No, it didn't.
But I don't know if there's a Connor Bedard out there for the Wild to grab like the Chicago Blackhawks got in the draft last year. First and foremost, congrats to Marc-Andre Fleury, a flurry of wins, right? And I believe he probably looked up to Patrick Waugh. They're both from Quebec. So it's a great story, but that is the pinnacle of the season so far.
And Wally, we're on location this week for 10K Takes Television. We're at the TPC in Blaine, site of the 3M Open, or 3M Open IV, which would be the 4th edition of this golf tournament. If you're into Roman numerals,
well,
like,
be careful.
The Saudis are.
I was going to say, be careful with that IV thing. The folks out here aren't real thrilled with what LIV has done. Of course, the 54 Saudi tournament.
Well, my take of the day, as you probably found out earlier this week, the Denver Broncos released Russell Wilson. And let's just put it bluntly, Russ did not cook in Colorado.
No.
A couple years ago, Seattle sent him to Denver. A lot of draft picks involved. The Broncos extend his contract 5 years, like $250 million. So, Bleacher Report has come out now with the worst trades in NFL history. And does that move rank in the top 4? We're going to find out. But number 1, probably no surprise to anybody here in the Purple Nation, the Minnesota Vikings giving up a boatload of draft choices and players to get Herschel Walker from Dallas.
So, how are you going to watch your games? Well, I have an idea. It's really a novel concept. Over-the-air television. I know. What am I thinking? You wouldn't want everybody to be able to get your games. You wouldn't want to be able to sell your product to your potential advertisers knowing that everybody could see the games. Look, St. Thomas University has their games on over-the-air television. St. Cloud State has their men's hockey games in the Twin Cities on over-the-air television. What are you thinking? Put the games on whatever, 9.1, 9.2, 23. I don't care. 80, meeny, miny, mo. Get them on over-the-air television, and your problems will be solved.
All right, let's see that mood meter. Yeah, demanding diva.
Yes.
And oh, by the way, the Timberwolves don't have a radio home either. They're
right.
media orphans as we speak.